Was it all in your head, or was this love real? Now, I think this reading will be perfect for everyone who has had a situationship or an actual relationship but that did not ended up working out, and you are at a point in your life that you wonder whether there was real feelings in there, or is it that you just kind of imagine everything, or you took things out of proportion. So we're gonna clarify this here today, and also I'm gonna let you know what actually went wrong in here, what was lacking in this connection. And so I'm gonna ask you first to choose from one of the six piles in front of you. Pile number one, pile number two, pile number three, pile number four, pile number five, and pile number six. Take all the time you need to pick the right pile for you. My recommendation is always to just close your eyes, think of that person, pass your finger over the screen, and then whenever you feel like a tingle or something like that, that's when you stop, you open your eyes, and that is the pile that is meant for you, okay? This is the kind of reading that you can do more than once, because you could be thinking about like more than one person. So there are six piles. There are plenty of piles for you here, okay? This reading is also timeless, so whenever you see it in your feed, it means that there is something in here for you. That said, thank you to everyone that has subscribed so far. Thank you to everyone that has left a comment, has taken the time to just click and give it a like. Really, I appreciate you. And yeah, so let's start with your reading. I'll see you in a couple seconds. Bye. Hi there, pile number one, and welcome to your reading. So if you pick this beautiful crystal, you are at the right place. Remember, this is a kind of reading that you can do more than once, because you may have more than one person in your mind that you're like, did I imagine this? Was this all in my head? Did I make this up? You know, the whole connection. And like I said in the intro, it's not focused only on people that actually dated, but on people that you felt that there was something there, right? Okay, so let me start with, I'm gonna place this card over here because this will give us the answer of like what was missing for it to go the way that you wanted it to go, right? Okay, so let's look first at your energy when you met each other. Okay, so the energy when you met each other. Now I'm using this deck that has already like reversals in it, but I'm not going to be doing reversals per se, so I'm just gonna place it like this. But I will take in consideration, of course, the way that it comes out, just because it will tell me like what are you working through, right? So with this Knight of Pentacles on your side, it just tells me that right before you met this person, you were really working on your wealth. You were really trying to get like your foot into maybe a new job. Maybe you were like trying to create a level of stability, and because it came upside down, I feel like there's two scenarios here. You were whether very like busy with your work, with the things that you felt that if you invest money, time, energy, it was going to give you lots of rewards later on, to a point that you were so focused that you were not like letting yourself being distracted by anything else, right? And there's this other side of, and so in this case, like the first scenario, seems like some of you were very attached to material wealth, your assets, like this goals that you felt that was going to give you that sense of security. And for some of you, it's more of like you were trying, maybe you were like trying different structures of your day-to-day and failing, and then like trying to better your life, giving it proper structure. So your focus really was put on anything that was gonna give you a sense of stability, of like a proper routine, anything that you knew that long term will give you a reward, okay? Now, on the other person's side, with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like right before you met each other, this person's luck was completely changing. Like, I feel also that for your person, the person that you're thinking of, right before you met, I feel like this was really destined for him. I don't know how impactful was his or her presence in your life, but I will say that on his side with the Wheel of Fortune, it just seems like it was fate that brought you together. And I feel like he was kind of experiencing several fateful events, and he was sensing or feeling like his energy or her energy, her life was about to change completely. Okay, so let me now look at what is it that instantly attracted you the most about this person. And sometimes this is very like, ooh, Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers. And what I was going to say is that this sometimes may not be what you thought was the thing that attracted you the most about that person initially, but subconsciously, like that is what was attracting you. Now, look, on your side, you were very attracted with this Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers. I feel like you saw a lot of potential, and this person, there was the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So, okay, you may be a sign, like you may be an earth sign, like Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or it is really that at that point in your life, you were really bettering your life, trying to be more responsible in life, and like I said, having a good routine. Also, earth talks about also like when we take care of our body, or like what we eat, all of that, okay, or health, or physical body, how we dress as well. And so we invest in ourselves in things that are very earthy, like three-dimensional. So I feel like in his case, like he really admire that structure that you seem to have. And with the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like maybe this person that you're asking about, his life was maybe more messy in the past, because he liked the potential you saw in him, and he really was attracted by how motivated he will get or she will get around you. It just seems like maybe it could be the chats that you guys had, or like, if it was on the first date or whatever, like however you met for the first time. Instantly he or she felt like, wow, this person means business, this person is going far. And when someone has done so well for themselves, or someone is so motivated, so optimistic about their future, and they pay attention to you, and they think you're interesting, you're like, whoa, wow, maybe I have more potential than what I thought, right? Than what I imagined. So I feel like this person feels like that with this Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, was so like, what was really attractive to him about you was also like how hardworking you were, how you seem like to be so ambitious as well. But definitely I can tell also it had something to do with how you made him feel, or how you made her feel, because like I said, if someone so motivated, so ambitious is looking at me, then maybe I have more potential, right? Now, on your side, I feel like you just felt what you really admire about this person, or like what really attracted you initially about this person. I feel like he or she really made you feel precious. Like maybe he knew exactly what to say. And with the Lovers, I can tell that for you was definitely like connection at first sight, like, or love at first sight, because it's like you felt pretty, or you felt handsome around him, and you admire how he made you feel. And I feel like it has both of you really like how the other person made you feel, right? Definitely, like I sense like you felt like love at first sight. Okay, was there true love, true connection in here, or was this like just like in your head, right? So there's the Page of Swords. There's the Two of Swords. The Empress and the Hangman. Okay, so in here, I feel like this was not necessarily like true love, if I may say this. With the Page of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Empress, and the Hangman, they all came upside down. And like I said, I'm not necessarily doing reversals, but because they all came like that, it seems like there was a lot of blockage in this connection. Okay, I just feel like. There was a lot of like in things going on in each other's mind. Maybe one person was the one that felt the most blocked in life and just couldn't make a decision. I feel like yeah, and I just feel like it feels like when something wants to flourish but can't flourish, or people, or like this is because it the environment is very rough, and I feel like there was need for a bit more resilience with the hangman as well. I just feel like the situation when you two were like connecting, the situation was not ideal, and I feel like you both or one of you really like lost patience and didn't want to wait. So, although with the Empress there was a lot of potential, I just feel like could be that one of you was very, very, very insecure. And like I said, the environment was not ideal. What I mean by the environment could be different things, okay? But sometimes it could be mainly for you guys that you were very set on like, it seems like for both of you was very important, like money, security, all of that. So maybe that was not ideal when you were like dating, because maybe one of you was not having the economical like level to be dating, and that put like a bit of more stress than it should have on this connection. And with the hangman, like sometimes with the hangman, like one could be stuck in a situation where it's not necessarily moving anywhere, but be enjoying this and be okay, being okay with that. But it just seems like you guys were, it was not pleasant, feeling like this was not moving anywhere. I feel like there was a bit of lack of opportunity here of momentum, and it just feels like you guys didn't push through, and so there was no love. Like I feel like you guys didn't get to that point where you could genuinely love each other freely without that extra pressure of other of your environment. So let's see what was missing in this connection, why it didn't work out, because this, whatever comes out here was like what was missing for this to go the way that you wanted it. And there you go. What was missing was strength. Okay, so I feel like this is why I was getting this whole feeling of I felt like you needed to push through, and with strength, that's what was missing for one of you or both of you. It's like strength of pushing through. I feel like even more than strength, I feel like resilience as well, because I feel like you guys just needed to hold on tight for a bit longer before you guys could be at a place of gaining a bit more of momentum. Okay, so let me see if this is a decision that, if this person that you're thinking of, how does he feel about this whole situation of like you not being in his life? This Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups. One sec. Nine of Wands, Two of Cups, Nine of Cups. One sec. Okay, yeah. So maybe some of you are still in communication with this person, like that you're asking about. I do feel like at this point in his life or her life, they are in a better place, And I do feel like they keep you as an option mentally, to be honest, unless your person is already dating someone. But most of you, this person is not like dating anyone right now, or like doesn't have a partner. And with this Two of Cups, Nine of Wands, and Nine of Cups, I just feel like definitely they are in a better place now. And they just feel satisfied in their life right now. I feel like they have much more confidence with Nine of Wands, much more resilience as well. When they want to fight for something, they will fight for this. So with this Two of Cups and the Star as well, I'm getting a feeling like this person will be would be open for a relationship in the future. Definitely he keeps you in his mind of like as an option. Now a message from your angels here. I love you. These are powerful words. This is a message meant for you. With Judgment. Okay, so with Judgment coming out for your angel's message here, this is a message for you. Okay, so they're pretty much saying that, I mean, you could tell this person like, hey, I do care about you, and just let it go, and just understand that if this work out, then it does work out. But if it doesn't, with Judgment, it's usually telling you like you need to make a final decision about this. You shouldn't drag it on anymore. So whether you want to put your feelings out there, right, and move on, or move on, or like you put your feelings out there and then it does work out and you decide to give it a second chance. But this is not a topic or a person you should keep dragging on. Just in general, like you should not be dragging on in your mind this person. Okay, group number one, I hope that this reading give you a bit of clarity about the situation. Thank you so much for your continuing support, and I will see you on the next pick a card. Bye. Hi there, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. Now, if you pick this beautiful crystal, welcome. I'm gonna place your card and your crystal on the side, just because this will actually tell us later on what was missing from the connection. And like why did it not work out at that time, in that point of time. Okay, alrighty, so let's start with your reading. I'm just gonna look at what was your energy like right before you met each other, or like when you met each other, right? So this side is you and this side is your person, but feel free to like switch it. And remember that this reading is not just for people that actually dated. It's just you want to get clarity whether everything was like in your mind, in your head. Is this something you imagine, or was this a real connection? Okay, that this have real potential. Now with the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles on this side, I feel like both of you had like really good energy. Also just saying that this deck has like already like light and shadow energy. I will take that into consideration, but I'm not necessarily doing reversals. Okay. Okay, so with this Ace of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles upright, your energy was like you were ready for a new adventure. It's like when this person came into your life, you were starting new things. You were starting a new adventure. Maybe it could be that you just moved, you just traveled somewhere, you just switched jobs. But it was something that with the Wands, it's always like a very authentic beginning, okay? So if it was a new job, this was like at a time where you took a bet on yourself, and you were like taking a bet on something that you really care about, okay? But for most of you, it's like you were ready or just about to do things very differently in your life, and doing them with more purpose as well, and something that represented you more and was more authentic to who you were. So this energy already is pretty good, because it's like already also a time in your life that you were saying yes to life. Okay, it's like if an opportunity came your way, you were like yes. Maybe you were at a time where in the past you wouldn't date, but then now it's like if someone asks you out at this point in your life, you were like yes, I'm gonna accept the opportunities that come my way. So that's really good energy. Now, with the Seven of Pentacles, this person, I just feel like they are waiting for life to happen. What I mean is like, but it's a good energy, because at the end of the day, your person, right before you met them or when you met this person, they have like long-term goals. And I feel like they're the kind of person that is working at a job that maybe is not their ideal for them right now, but they're really looking at the future. Like, okay, in 5 years I can retire. Well, okay, maybe not retire, because I don't know how old you are if you're watching this video, but in 5 years I can actually buy my house if I stay at this job, or in 6 months I'm gonna be able to add my mother in the insurance if I'm at this job, and then pay for her treatments. Like, they play the long run, like they play the long game. And I just feel like I love it how this woman is smiling, because although yes, like if you see what she's doing is very tedious, it's like she is kind of separating the raisins one by one, and that is something that cannot be rushed, because you can crush the raisins, right? So that's kind of where he was in life, or she was in life. Like, even if he or she wanted to rush things, they couldn't, because they were not, like, it was not on their timing. It's just like, an example I always give with this energy is like when you plant a seed, even if you try to water that seed like every hour, all you're gonna do is you're gonna drown it. It has like a natural growth rate, so you can't really do anything else other than taking care of that plant that will grow into a tree. Okay, so let me look at what was the initial attraction from each other. So just to understand a little bit better, like what was about this person that really attracted you back then, and what was like really what attracted this person the most about about you. I'm just gonna turn this. I'm taking this energy into consideration, but definitely I feel like you were such an optimistic person. You were like this ray of sunshine, and I just feel like this person felt like that was missing for them. Like that excitement, that optimism, like they are playing the long game, yes, but it can get a bit boring at times. And I just feel like you are this person that is so funny, that is like this sunshine to them. And it makes sense, because when you just met them, you were like changing your life. You were like being more bold, more confident as well. Now, what attracted you the most about the person you're asking about, with the Hangman, I feel like you subconsciously were attracted to his situation or her situation. What I mean with the Hangman is like, you know how I just said that the person you're asking about was kind of in a state of waiting for things to happen, because whatever she or he could do was already done, and was just waiting for things to give him a result. And with the Hangman, it's pretty much that, like when you're stuck for a reason, you have this higher knowledge, but they're stuck in this situation or this place. So I feel like maybe this person that you're asking about had like a lot of wisdom, or maybe you felt like, wow, this person is so beautiful. Or I'm sensing with the Hangman that this person that you're asking about had like was more in a specific area, like had more beauty than the average, was more intelligent than the average, had more class than the average, something like that. Like was superior, that was the word I was looking for, was superior in some way than the rest of the people where this person was, right? Whether it was a town, a city, at a job place, like it doesn't matter. And I feel like subconsciously you were attracted to that person because you knew that person was more, but somehow was stuck in that place. And this is like food for thought, okay, for you to kind of reflect on this, because definitely it's all that what attracted you was the Hangman, because it's like what attracted you was that this person was stuck or limited in their situation at that moment. So yeah. Okay, so let's see. Um, was there real love? Was there real connection in here? Was there real feelings? Or is this something that you just kind of imagined? There's justice. There's the Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords. And the Queen of Cups. Okay, so definitely, okay, there were feelings. I feel like mainly there were plans. I think that you two connected a lot because of like maybe this feeling of having someone was like, or something that gave you a sense of safety, a sense of like structure. And also I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles and this couple smiling, I feel like maybe I'm just getting a sense that some of you really like the fact that your parents really like this person, or this person parents really like you, or if you come from let's say a background where you're not close to your family members, and like when you felt attracted to this person, it was more because of the family members they had or how close they were. Like there's something here of like the attraction and the feelings with the Queen of Cups here. In the shadow energy, I feel like you two were more like selfish and like wanted to like there was a lot of self-fulfillment for what you wanted, and you were not necessarily caring about the other person's needs per se. But I can say that you two really enjoy being like a great team together. And there was something about family, tradition, culture, religion, about each other that attracted you. Okay, so sometimes it's like if you're someone who has no traditions, and then you meet someone whose family is so big and has a lot of like traditions and parties and things like that, is like, wow, like you feel like that attracts you a lot. And I feel like the idea of building a future with this person really attracted you. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say that it was not love per se. Okay, this was not love. This was more like when you feel at home and you feel like, oh, I can have a family with this person. I feel like this person could be a good match for me. I also am sensing like there was a lot of structure here with this Ten of Pentacles. I'm just feeling, and with justice. And I feel like with the Queen of Cups, there was a lot of attraction, but you guys were not thinking really of like long term. Am I going to be who I'm meant to be with this person? And also because you pick the Amethyst, it's always about like intuition. I feel like one of you, I mean, both of you have like different purposes, and both purposes are important, but I always feel like with the Amethyst, there's always, when it comes to love readings, there's always this theme of how important it is to be with someone who's going to allow you to be who you are truly. And a lot of you are intuitive beings, very strong intuitive beings. And see what was missing here, spiritual suffering. Yeah. I mean, I feel like this was not missing per se. I feel like, okay, spiritual suffering, when this comes out, I 100% feel like there was karmic connection here. But I also feel like both of you were meant to shine, and being together, you were limiting each other. So it's not necessarily that you needed to suffer more and that was what was missing. But I just feel like you two were suffering with each other, even if the situation was not bad. But at the end of the day, it's just I feel like you both are meant to shine and fly far, but not together. Let's see how this person feels about this whole situation. With the Devil, the Fool, King of Wands. I mean, I'm gonna say that this person does feel very attached to you, physically speaking. Like, I feel like he or she still thinks of you because they felt so attracted to you. Maybe you guys had like a sex life like no other as well, for those that did have a level of intimacy with each other. And I feel like this person still thinks of you, but more like an addiction, I will say. With the Fool and the King of Wands, I will say though that she or he felt very inspired by you and is now living his life or her life more with more intent at some level. But I'm also going to say that I'm sensing for some of you, the person you're asking about has not, like, doesn't feel any type of way other than very physically attracted to you, doesn't feel any type of way of like, oh, I miss you, like any of that, because they're doing themselves, like they're doing just their own thing, you know. And when the Fool and the King of Wands and the Devil, like the King of Wands sometimes, and with the Fool next to the Devil, it's like I feel like there's a level of immaturity. Like this person is very immature right now, so this is why they're not registering like, oh, maybe I messed up or maybe I should have done things differently. Like, no, they just feel very physically connected to you, but other than that, there's nothing much more like other than physical connection for them at this moment in life. Let me see what message your angels have for you. This is really meant for you, not like you in this connection. Just saying, before this gets confused. You have treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. One sec. And you got the Tower. Ooh, okay. So this is a message really meant for you, and there may be people in your life that will no longer be there. And I'm not saying because of death per se, but with the Tower is unexpected events, right? So sometimes it's like, imagine like, oh, unexpectedly your sister decides to move across the country, right? And it's like, appreciate the people that you love right now, because there will be with the Tower unexpected events and unexpected changes in your life that you'll feel like completely is changing your whole life, your whole routine. Like with the Tower, it's like you maybe every Sunday you used to call your sister, or you used to like go out for dinner with your best friend, okay? And then you with the Tower, it's like it's something you thought it will be a forever thing, but then your best friend ends up moving across the country, so now you guys cannot actually have dinner every Sunday anymore. So it's like, you know, like something you felt will be a forever thing, something that you felt gave you structure, was part of your routine, but it's no longer there. Okay, so that is a message for you, pile number 2. I hope that this helped you, and I'll see you on the next pick a card. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Now I got your crystal over here. Beautiful. Oops. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna set your card on this side over here because we're not gonna look at this one until later. And remember, this reading is, well, it is a general reading, so only take what resonates, but usually this type of readings give you a lot of clarity. And it's just saying this is meant to kind of clarify whether was it all in your mind? Is it a connection that you kind of imagine it, or it really happened, right? So let's look at your energy right before you met this person, or when you met this person. And just let me tell you that this deck already has like kind of reversals, but I'm not doing reversals, but I will take that into consideration. I'm not doing reversals in this specific reading. Sometimes I do, but when I do reversals, I do tell you guys from the beginning. Okay. So there's a Hermit on your side and the Lovers on the other person's side. So I feel like because he came out from the shadow energy to begin with, on your side right before you met this person, you were on a quest of truth, okay? Because with the hermit, usually it's someone who has already a lot of wisdom, already like it's kind of a solo, like he's okay with being going solo in a lot of activities, okay? But because it came in reversal, I feel like it's more like something you were trying to do very recently when you met this person. It's like you are trying to not be a sheep following everyone. You were trying to like questioning what you believed so far all these years and trying to form new truths, new definitions of life in general. And yeah, I just feel like you were in this quest for the truth. Now, on his side with the lovers, also a major arcana, this person, I just really feel like this person was ready and very open to find love, to find their next partner. And like I said, you were at a time where you were like, I'm just gonna go solo for a second here. I just need to find myself. I just need to like more than love myself. It's not so much about loving oneself. It's more about like finding what is real for me, what is true for me, what why things haven't worked out in the past. I need to find out because with the hermit is like kind of also a time in our lives that we understand that there's more like sometimes we gotta take ownership and responsibility for things, and so maybe the way that we believed that life work isn't necessarily the right one. Because with the hermit it's like, you know, we were told that good people, if you're a good person, good things happen. But with the hermit it's like you understand that it goes further than that. It's not just about being a good person, or thinking that you're a good person and then that you get good outcome, right? It's more than that. And so you were on this path while this person, I just feel like the person you are asking about did was very open for love at that point. And with the lovers as well, I just feel like this person was so ready to sacrifice for someone, to give to someone things, you know, I mean to give himself in the sense not like a sexual way, it's just like when we love someone is no longer about us, it's about like teamwork. And I just feel like this person was really at that point in their life that they felt ready for that. Let's see, what was something that really attracted you about this person, and what is one thing that really attracted him about you? Just gonna place it like this. Okay. So the thing is, for you, like this person, to you, this person really looked like an opportunity put on your path by destiny, by life, by God, by whatever you believed in back then. Okay, with this Ace of Wands, and that was what was attracting you, because with the Ace of Wands as well, it's like when we take a new path and we're so excited of like we feel like this is more authentic, or this is like a good path for us with like a lot of exciting things. And I just feel like this person gave you, and I just love it how like this woman is about to give this apple to this man, and in here is like two hands as well holding the same wand. And I just feel like you kind of really felt attracted by the fact that you felt that this person giving you attention or giving you a hand was like an opportunity. Like you just felt like you needed to take advantage of this opportunity. And I just feel like this person gave you the chance to be yourself and wasn't judging anything from the past. Now, what this person felt most attracted, like why this person was feeling attracted to you with the Moon and the Four of Cups. I just feel like subconsciously he could feel that you were in a more like you were more lost And that makes sense with the Hermit because you were seeking the truth. And with this, with the Moon and the Four of Cups, I just feel like they felt like attracted to you because it seemed like you couldn't feel anything, or you were more like you didn't know, maybe you were not as connected with your emotions or something, and that made them feel attracted to you because they wanted to be that. They wanted to be the answer to you, to the fact that you haven't been able to connect with others in the past as well. I feel like also you had a lot of fears, baggage, and traumas, and they wanted to be that, like the light that kind of makes you trust again. Okay, let's see if were there real feelings here? Was there real love in here, or was it all in your head? Was this all in your, imagination? Were there real feelings here with the Knight of Swords, the World, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Swords? Okay, no cups. But I will say that I'm sensing with the World, then yes, there was love in here. Three of Wands, King of Swords, Two of Swords. I just feel maybe there was a big, maybe your paths kind of separated or something, but I feel like there was true love here. Like there's a lot of great energy and like kind of going in the same direction, but at some point with the Two of Swords, I just feel like maybe it was hard for one of you to make that jump, or maybe you were giving a choice that was taking you far away from the person, and with the World as well. But I just sense that yes, there was true love here. I really feel like you care for each other, and really getting like you were such a great influence to each other. Let's see what was missing. Surrender. Okay, so what this means for you guys, like what was missing, why this didn't work out, I just feel like you may have been fighting the challenges or things that were on your path, and this could also be, okay, so I feel like it could be that there were a lot of challenges and you guys were instead just fighting it rather than surrender to them. Like I was getting really a vibe that there were a lot of situations that kind of was bringing you apart with the World and the Three of Wands. There was certainly a lot of love and care for each other. It's not something you imagine. There was a lot of attraction, and I feel like one of you really wanted the other person, was willing to take risks, but surrender and the Six of Swords. I feel like maybe there was a decision that was taking you away from each other with this Two of Swords, and also now the Six of Swords when I'm asking a bit more about this surrender. I feel like maybe one of you or both of you didn't want to change your life, didn't want to, things started getting more serious, and maybe it was going to completely change your life. And like I said, one thing that really attracted to you was because you felt like this was going to be a new path. But sometimes we are like excited about a new path, but we don't feel ready, and we don't actually take this opportunity. So I just feel like it was more of a lack of surrendering to the opportunity that was in front of you guys, and maybe there were a lot of changes that needed to happen for it to work, and so there was a level of resistance instead. Let me look at how does he or she feel about this. Does he still think of you? Like, does he miss you? Seven of Wands, Judgment, Nine of Wands. say that this person, I feel like, I don't know if you're still in touch or not, but I will say that this person is not wanting to let go of the idea of you. Like, I feel like this person is even fighting the idea of you with judgment, you know, the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. I feel like maybe you have dated other people, maybe you guys haven't talked to each other for some time already, but I just sense like this person feels strongly about you and feels strongly about this connection, about this potential. And I feel like this person wants to make his way back to you. And I'm getting a sense of like this person is really resisting this whole thing of letting it go, letting the idea of you go. Is there a message for you? Like, not necessarily, this is the same one that came out on the last one, so I'm just gonna shuffle very well. This message is not of you and this connection, but just meant for you if there's something. Okay, this came out again, so I guess it's really meant for you guys, this message. So treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. You got the Page of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Oh, you guys, a lot of you that may be asking, maybe doing this reading, you may already have a relationship. You may already have someone who really likes you, who's treating you very well, who gives you everything you want, right? So they're just telling you as a message, you that pick this pile and are asking about this person, appreciate and treasure whoever you already have. That is, maybe there's someone who's courting you right now. Maybe you already have a relationship with someone. The thing is, do treasure the loved ones that you already have at this moment. Okay, pile number 3. I hope that this reading, serve a purpose for you and that it gave you clarity. And yeah, if you want, you can always subscribe, give it a like, and remember that if any of you are interested in a private reading, just head to Tarot by Fernanda, and pretty much this is how private readings go. You see the cards and I answer your questions. Okay, I'll see you on the next pick a card. Bye. Hi there, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. Now those that pick this crystal, well, you are at the right place. Remember that this is the kind of reading that is timeless and you can do more than once, because some of us have like more than one person in our mind that we wonder whether we made this whole situation up or was it true love. Okay, so let's start with your reading, pile number 4, and I'm just gonna look at your energy when you met this person. Now this energy, this deck has shadow and light energy, but I'm not doing reversals at this point, so I'm just gonna be doing it upright. I'm gonna of course take in consideration how it came out, but I'm just gonna take uprights right now. And there's you. And there's the person. Okay, so right before you met each other, I feel like on your side, I just feel like this readiness of being in love, this readiness of loving someone, this readiness of like, I have so much to give and I'm just kind of tired to just drinking from the cup myself. I want to offer this cup to someone else. I also feel like there may be like before, when you met this person for some time, you started like developing this idea that being with someone could help you to be less selfish, or to be like selfless. Not that you were selfish, it's more like to be selfless. Like you thought, maybe if I love someone, like I have so much to give to others, so maybe if I love someone, that would also kind of help me grow emotionally and yada yada yada. It's like I feel like there was this background thought process of you feeling like being in love with someone could potentially help you, right? Now with the other person, right before you guys met, or when you two met, this was your energy. Okay, so the other person's energy, there's Temperance over here, And I just feel like this person was going through life, not forcing things at all. I just feel like this person was really trusting divine timing. Really could be that this person was more like religious or had more of like a connection with their angels, like, because I myself, I wouldn't say I'm someone who's religious in the sense of I go to church every Sunday, but I'm someone who prays, who does talk to my angels, who, I do pray to God, I do pray to my angels. And so with temperance, I feel like it's that feeling, that vibe of someone who definitely does respect God's will or divine timing, whatever he or she calls it. And I just feel like also maybe they were at a time in their life that they were waiting for some things to work out or to fall into place for them to continue their journey. Okay. Let's see, what is it that really attracted you about, like, why you felt attracted to this person? Page of Pentacles. Interesting how the Page of Pentacles is like an old person, or he looks more like an older person. Usually a Page of Pentacles is pretty young and unexperienced. And there's the Page of Swords and the Two of Cups. Okay. So I'm just gonna say already, for your person, you were like love at first sight. I just feel like he was romantically attracted to you right away. With the Page of Pentacles on your side, you were attracted to him or her, whoever this person is, because of their potential. It was more with the Page of Pentacles. I always feel like it's the potential. With the Pentacles has to do with like security, money, their job, their like wealth, the sense of stability that they could also give you, right? So there may be something about the way this person was at that time that you felt like this person has potential, right? This person has good intentions and is looking to better their economical situation, and you kind of like that. I also feel with the Page of Pentacles, like you like the fact that you could rely on him or on her, because the earth, when when you feel attracted to someone and there's a lot of earth under like that reason or subconscious, it's because you like how reliable they are, or how resilient they seem to be, or how like you feel like they are a constant, and so they will be a constant for you. You don't have to be questioning things. So you felt like this person was more of a sure thing. Also, a lot of earth can also talk about like values in life, right? Traditions, religion, all of that, everything that gives more like, that is more conservative, and so that gives more structure in someone's life. That is what this person had, or you felt like he or she had, and that was attractive to you. Now, this other person really felt attracted to you. Why? Because they like you. As simple as that. I just feel like the second they met you, they just wanted to know everything about you. They probably asked a lot of questions. They were very curious about like, where are you from? Like, where do you live? Because they just felt like, I'm even getting like a sense of like they wanted to know how they can woo you better, like how they can woo you, how they could like win you over. They definitely wanted to know everything about you. Like for some of you, I even feel like this person like stalk you on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, whatever you guys have. Okay, I just feel like he was or she was very like aware of what you were up to at all times. Okay, so was this true love? There were true feelings in here, or was this all in your mind? I mean, already they're telling you that on his side, I feel like he really or she really felt connected to you. There's a High Priestess, a Ten of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like, okay, so from his side, I just feel like he really or she really like you. So this is not something you imagine. I feel like there was a beginning to this connection. Yeah, with this Five of Pentacles, I just feel like I'm curious to know what was missing, because it seems like you guys had a proper start, like a promising start, and then things started lacking. And you start feeling like, that person that seemed to be reliable, or when someone at first, like the beginning is so like seems so sure, like, okay, well, I'm gonna see this person every week, so I'm gonna have plenty of time to develop a connection with this person, right? But I feel like it wasn't as straightforward as you to imagine it, that it was going to be. And I feel like at the end, some things were missing, were lacking. Not missing, were lacking. Like there was... Let me see what this was all about. Oh, decisions. That's why I didn't go further. Okay. Yeah, because, I was confused because I was sensing like this person definitely was so attracted to you from the get-go, right? Was so attracted. So how is it that like deep, genuine in love didn't like... Why did it not progress that way? And I just feel like although you guys had such a promising and steady beginning, you guys may have overthought things, both of you, one of you, and then it just seemed like one of you was the one that was kind of carrying this whole conversation or this whole connection. And so more and more with the High Priestess, I just feel like one of you then decided to be more guarded. And then with the Five of Pentacles, it's like no one was giving anything anymore. And I just feel like this has started drying out. And with decisions, I just feel like what was missing with this crystal as well, I just feel like you guys didn't take advantage of the momentum. And I just feel like there were decisions that were meant to be taken at that moment. And you just guys, you did not. So I feel like this never developed into real feelings. This was very promising. There was a connection. Was there a real connection here? Yes. But I just think that, maybe like you did not you, like both of you did not make the hard decisions in that moment. You didn't dare. And sometimes it's a decision to make time for something. Sometimes it's a decision to reply at like a proper time. Because I just feel like one of you started overthinking everything, and then another person started like guarding themselves and started like being more than mysterious and more like, I'm just gonna put some space with the High Priestess. And so with the Five of Pentacles, I just feel like this is poverty, but poverty in that connection. So I just feel like you guys went from such a promising start to and this person being so attracted to you. So I don't know who did what or who didn't do what, but yeah, what was missing here for this to work out was the right decisions at the right time. How does this person feel about you at this point of time? Ace of Swords, Page of Cups, Knight of Wands. Okay, so this person still has feelings for you. I'm just gonna say that in case that you were kind of unsure. With the Ace of Swords, Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands, this person that you're asking about still feels very attracted to you. But just to answer your question, yes, this was a real connection. There were real feelings, but you guys both were never actually in love, okay? It didn't get you there. And then with the Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Wands, this person still has feelings for you. Well, this person still has romantic interests towards you, one, and still feels physically attracted to you, and still has a desire to talk to you, to start a conversation. With the Ace of Swords, I feel like there's no convo going on, there's no conversation, there's no communication, because this person wishes to start this. With the Ace of Swords, is like the initial, the beginning of something. So it's like he wishes or she wishes for the conversation to start again, and to start like fresh in a way. Okay, so let me look at if there's a message meant for you here. Is there a message? No, not a message meant for you here. I'm just gonna get you an angel's message for you. This is really like separate from this reading. I just want to know if there's a message for you from your angels. And do remember that if any of you at any point wish to have a private reading, this is pretty much how private readings are. You look at the cards, you see the cards, and you see my hands, but really the focus is on the cards. And pretty much all you have to do is send me your questions and your name and your date of birth, and that's it. You're going to receive your reading in the next 72 hours, okay? So let's look at, okay, finally a message. Okay, this message is meant for you. Remember, this has nothing to do with this situation. So love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Maybe you felt like you don't have romantic options. Like maybe where you are in the world right now, or the situation you're in, you feel like there's no way you could ever find a partner, but they're telling you love is all around you. Like a romantic partner can appear anywhere, because wherever you are is a right place for you. I really sensing more like that message of like you are at the right place at the right time, with the world on top of this. Okay, pile 4, I hope that this reading, was useful to you. I hope that it brings you a bit of clarity, and I'll see you on the next speaker card. Bye. Hi there, pile number 5, and welcome to your reading. Now, if you pick this beautiful crystal, you are at the right place. Remember, this reading is timeless, and you can do it more than once. Like, you can pick more than one pile, because you may have more than one person in mind right now, okay? So let's start with your reading. I'm just gonna set this on the side because we're gonna look at it later. And I'm going to start with your energy back when you met this person, and also his or her energy, to understand a little bit better this connection. Now, also remember, this reading really focuses on giving you clarity regarding a connection, just to make sure that this was not something you imagine. And it's not something that you made up, or you just built the potential a bit too much, and that this was a genuine connection. Okay, so now also letting you know that this deck has like reversals, but I'm not going to be doing reversals, so I'm just going to take them. So if you see me like changing it to the upright position, then you know why. Okay, so your energy here, I have the Fool, and his energy is the Devil. Now, it's interesting because I just feel like both of you were at a time in your lives where you were following passion. I'm just gonna say it like that. Like, you were very passionate, and you were just following your passion, you're following your desire, your instincts, your whatever you wanted, you needed to do it then, right? Like right then. It's like, I just feel like you were both at a time in your life that you were not thinking things twice, because maybe it was like you did not want to get scared, right? With the Fool representing you, I just feel like you were maybe going through a new beginning, completely a new chapter in your life. I just feel like you were leaving behind a piece of you, and you were starting anew. I feel like you were at a time in your life that you were not necessarily very experienced in life or whatever you were about to do, but you were very guarded by your angels, by divinity. Now, from his side, so I feel like with the Fool here, I'm really sensing a level of innocence and ignorance as well. And with the Devil here, on his side, I just feel like he's more impulsive. He was more like passionate, more looking for like results in now. I just feel like this he was in a time of his life that he was not used to getting a no, for like people saying no to him. Like he was used to always get what he wanted, and I feel like this person at that point of his life or her life was not necessarily thinking of consequences. Okay, so I'm already seeing why you two connected, because with the Devil is like this person has a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, not necessarily wisdom. Remember, knowledge without change or reflection is definitely not wisdom. That's why they say like the Devil has a lot of knowledge, but they never say like the Devil is wise, because with the Devil is like, yeah, they know how the world works, so they can trick others, but not necessarily like they use it as wisdom. So I just feel like you are much more inexperienced, you trust easily. This person has more experience in life. Okay, let's look at what really attracted you about this person. Already, because you guys picked this crystal, I feel like you both were very attracted physically to each other, and there was a lot of passion as well. So you got this Four of Wands. And on his side was the Tower. Okay. Alrighty, so see, I feel like you were really attracted to him. It's interesting because I'm getting more a sense of he was not traditional or the conventional. Queen of Swords, yeah. Okay, because I just wanted to know more about this, because with the Four of Wands is like this whole like dream of marriage, or you felt like happy around this person. But because he came out with this energy, I was sensing like you like the fact that he was not he was not traditional or conventional like the others. You really felt attracted because you felt like this person was kind of hard to reach, was kind of hard to understand. This person was guarded, right? Remember, it seemed like you trusted people easily, and you were more open to people and welcoming, while this person was more like on the defense. And so you like that about this person. You like the fact that he was more defensive, more protective, and that he was not conventional, yet everything was fun around this person. You really like the fact that he was really funny, or he had like a great sense of humor, and made every experience very fun. Now, I'm gonna say that you represented to this person something very unexpected, pile number 5, because he or she was not expecting you and everything he believed, because I feel like this person was just didn't necessarily have structure, or like didn't feel like some things are sacred, right? Like we all have this moral compass and we feel like we have responsibilities, and this person is the kind of person that will go very late to bed even though he needs to wake up early, while someone who is more responsible goes to bed early because they know they have a responsibility at 6 a.m., right? So I just feel like this person was living his life without rules per se, and you came into their life and kind of changed whatever they thought life was, and it was very unexpected. I feel like everything they believed in, or all these things that made this person feel okay with his actions or lack of, you came in and it was so surprising and it was so shocking to them, and that's what they admired about you, and that's what made them feel attracted to you. I feel like you made them feel very unsettling. It's interesting. Okay, so let's see. Were there here true feelings? Were there ever real feelings between this person? Was this true love? Or is it something that it's more like you imagine it, right? 6 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Death. Like I said, I just feel like you generally, he was like scared by you because he knew that life as he knew it was over, because you kind of forced a transformation for him. Let's see. And the 8 of Pentacles. So there's a lot of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands. There's Wands and Pentacles. So there was definitely physical attraction. And what I'm going to say is that there was a real connection here. I don't feel like there was like deep love in the sense of like romantic love, of like, I'm in love with you, I'm so in love with you. You know what happens here? Like what happened here was with the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles, sorry, the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. I just feel like this connection seemed to him like something that could go further. Like, oh, we could marry. We could, like, I could picture myself having a level of stability with this person. I feel like this person will be marriage material. You know, like when someone meets, like maybe they were dating people that was never like to them marriage material, but they meet you and they just feel like this person definitely is marriage material. And I just feel like they felt so protective towards you, and they felt so good being around you, and they just felt so proud to be able to feel connected to you. You know, when sometimes like you feel like you are getting someone's attention that is better person than you, and so that makes you feel proud of yourself. I'm getting a sense of that. I just feel like this was more of a connection that could have gone to marriage, to be honest. And I just feel like you two built this sense of like, okay, I can rely on you, you can rely on me, I'm a constant here, I'm like, I'm going to be here. And I also feel like there was love, but I'm just gonna say, because I'm not seeing cups in here, I feel like you two wanted, or one of you really wanted so bad for this to work out and marry each other. But what was lacking was opportunity. So I'm gonna say that I feel like this is the one group that I feel like it's nothing that you guys did or didn't do. It was more that the opportunity was not there. And probably it's because when the opportunity does not come, okay, because it's not something that, it's not like lack of decisions or lack of momentum or lack of like something that you could have done differently. It was really that the opportunity was not given to you. I feel like this group, you two were not meant to be together at that point in time. That's why the divine never gave you that opportunity. But that's like there were very strong feelings here with Scorpio energy, Death. There were so deep, strong feelings for someone, and like caring so strongly for someone. You were so important to this person, or this person was really important to you. There was great physical attraction, and you felt safe around each other. But I just feel like this like feeling like in love and feeling like you can open your heart to that person and this person knows your heart, I just feel like you guys didn't go there yet. Let me see how this person feels about you at this point. So with the High Priestess, I feel like this person still feels very connected to you. Six of Swords. Maybe he dreams about you. 10 of Swords. You really are in his mind. You're still very present in his mind. King of Cups, King of Wands, the Star. Okay, so 100%, this person has developed a level of appreciation towards you, feels emotionally connected to you, physically connected to you, and I feel like even like, I just feel like he has high regards of you as a person and feels like they would, if they ever get the opportunity, like they will love, of course, to connect with you. But at the same time, I feel like in their heart is like, I wish to, if I'm ever with someone, to be someone like her or someone like him. Okay, it's like that what I'm getting. I just feel like you really help this person develop more, that like do a bit of inner work, and they feel very attracted to you, like the person you are, and they feel like you are their ideal. They don't feel regretful per se, like they feel like they feel like they have no chance with you. I'm just gonna say that, like they feel like there's no way in hell I would ever get a shot with this person. But nonetheless, like they feel very inspired by who you are as a person and what you represent. Let me get you a angel's message for you. And this is not connected to this connection, okay, to this reading. This is really a message meant for you, whatever they want to tell you at this moment. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. And this is because, and the Hierophant. So could be that some of you are already in a relationship. For others with the Hierophant, I just feel like there may be someone in your life that is more traditional, more conservative, more religious or something, and you may be stuck just showing your love the way that you want to show love, the way that you like to receive love. But they're telling you, there's some people that maybe sometimes they seem so uptight, they seem like so square in their mind, but nonetheless they're people that you love and they have good intentions towards you, and you should have this, open your heart and put effort so you can show those people, demonstrate your love in ways that they can appreciate it. So find out what's important to those that you love and act on it. So it's like kind of, this is more of like just a gift giving. Is like, find how you could somehow make a great difference in this person's life, what is important to them. And I feel like the Hierophant is here because it could be a situation where maybe they love someone or they really care about their partner, let's say, and you don't care about that partner. Like you care about them, but you don't like the partner they have. And with the Hierophant, it's like representing God and what God stands for. Like, you shall love your neighbor. Like, you should treat everyone like you should, even when you don't like someone, you should like treat them with respect and with love, because we're all your brothers, right? We're all sons and daughters of God. So I just feel like this is asking you to go past your prejudice on this topic, and I feel like you will know who they're referring to. Okay, pile number 5. I hope that this reading, was useful to you, gave you a sense of clarity, and I will see you on the next pick a card. Bye. Hi there, pile number 6, and welcome to your reading. So I got your card over here as well as your crystal. I'm just gonna set it on the side because we're gonna look at this later, and I'm just gonna start with your reading now. Remember, this reading is timeless, and it's a kind of reading that you can do. You can pick more than one pile because you may have like more than one person in your mind. And yeah, so let's start with this. What was your energy like right when you met this person? Now, just letting you know, this specific deck has reversals. So, but I'm not doing reversals on this reading. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna put it upright. Okay. Six of Wands and then Temperance. Okay. So right when you two met, I just wanted to understand a little bit better about each other's energy. And so you were at a time that things were really going great for you. You felt very successful. I feel like you were really passionate about whatever you were doing. You felt like life was really working out for you. And you felt appreciated by others. You felt acknowledged by others. You were triumphing, okay? You were winning. Seems like when I say winning, I don't feel like you were at the goal. I like whatever your goal was, or like your ultimate goal was or is, but it's more of like you felt like really on track, and I just feel like life was demonstrating you that you were very on track. And I feel like when someone is on this Six of Wands energy, everything that comes in their way, they feel like it's a reaffirmation of that they're on the right path. And sometimes I feel like also because you are on like you are on such a strike of like winning and winning, you don't necessarily question anything that comes on your path. Now, Temperance for this person, it just feels like this person may I'm getting this feeling like this person was instead on a waiting phase in their lives. They may, I don't feel like they were winning in life. Just getting this feeling because of what I'm channeling is like they were a bit impatient because I feel like they have tried to do all the right things and they felt like life was not necessarily going their way. Their situation was not bad. I feel like with Temperance, I feel like their situation is good in life, but maybe they were like forced to put the brakes on projects or things they really wanted to happen, but they were not happening because the environment was not the ideal environment. I will also say that I feel like this person is not forcing anything necessarily in life. And I say this because Temperance has always this thing of this closeness to the divinity. Is like a time in our lives that even if we try to achieve something, if it's not the right time for us, it's not gonna happen, right? Like even if you have the money burning a hole in your pants to buy a house, you're not gonna find a house to buy if it's not the right time for you, right? So I just feel with Temperance, usually when this comes out, I'm getting a sense of like this angelic energy, this more like close to God, close to your angels type of energy. So this person had this energy. Now, this makes sense because what attracted you the most to this person, there's a High Priestess. I feel like the person you're asking about was more mysterious, was more like secretive, was very intuitive, like very magical as well. And you felt like this person knows things. Like this person is so intuitive, she or he knows things, right? And you felt like this person was more like sensitive to energies, more intuitive, but also like more mysterious. And like I said, seem like this person will never force any situation. Like they just go with the flow. And yeah, that is something that really attracted you about this person. I even get a feeling because like I said, like I told you, I feel like this was giving like angelic vibes. I'm getting a feeling that you felt like this person was different from the others. What I mean by this, right? Because I dislike when people say like, oh my gosh, I feel like you're different from the other woman or the other man. What I mean by this is like probably what is cool to do, like maybe drinking, smoking, all of that stuff. She was or he was different. Okay. I just feel like this person doesn't play the games that most people do. And for me, like drinking and smoking, all of that are games, because we all know that it's not good for your health, but it's like you're playing games with your health. So I just feel like you really feel attracted to this person because this guy or woman had like this angelic vibe and was different, was not playing the same games as everyone. Now, what this person really like about you, I just feel like okay, I'm getting a feeling like this person dreamt of you even before meeting you, okay? Or I feel like they met you, but maybe they had a dream about you. And you know how sometimes you're not necessarily attracted to someone in the beginning, but then if you dream of that person and in that dream you were really attracted to that person, you're like, you wake up and you're like having feelings that you didn't have just a couple hours ago. I don't know if it has happened to you guys at all, but I feel like this person dreamt of you. And I even feel like this person may be connected to you towards like to through your dreams or something like that, and she or he felt attracted to you because of that. Also, I feel like, okay, there's a page of wands. They were physically attracted to you for sure, and I just feel like they were attracted to you because of how confident you were and how maybe you have like a sense of humor. You're like really good at, like, you're very fast at finding a reply, like a response to anything. And you could be also funny. I feel like people that tend to be funny, they're also very smart. Like they're very witted and they're very good with words. I'm not saying like a great public speaker, because I'm not sensing that from you. It's more of like someone who knows what to say to anything, right? Okay, so let's look at whether there was real connection here, or was this all in your mind? With the Chariot, I already feel like there was real love, real connection here. There's a Three of Coins, Six of Pentacles, sorry. The Queen of Cups. Yes, I feel like this is the one group, because other groups, honestly, it show like there was a real connection in a lot of other groups, but I feel like this is the one group that there was also real love, that was deep love. And the reason why it would not be like that in a lot of other groups, it's because a lot of this reading also, attracts a lot of people that never got to the stage of dating or like an exclusive relationship. And so there was never like deep feelings develop, right? And it makes sense. But for you too, like, I don't know if you ended up dating this person or not, but I can already tell with the Chariot, there's Cancer energy. There's a lot of water energy here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So it's like there was a deep, intimate connection. And by intimate, I don't mean like sexual connection or physical connection. It's like there was intimacy. To me is represented by cups, because it's like when you feel comfortable talking about your feelings to someone else, like the more you know about someone, but not just like what's your favorite color, it's like what's deep inside of you, like what are you scared of, what are your dreams, what are your goals, what are your ideals. You start, and the person starts opening up to you. That will only happen if they feel like they're safe to do so. And intimacy to me is like when you feel safe, when you feel like someone is close to you, you start developing that closeness. So yeah, 100% this was not in your head at all. This is not something you imagine, you made up. This connection, there was definitely like real feelings here. I feel like this is like the one pile I feel how like there was actual love. If you guys didn't and never ended up dating, like I'm sorry for you guys, because it seems like it's hard. Like, sometimes you meet someone and you're connected to that person, you feel a connection, it doesn't work out, but it's like, meh, like it was, that was that. But for you, I feel like it could have been harder if this didn't work out, because there were very, very strong feelings, strong desire towards each other. Six of Pentacles. I think that you two really were so generous towards each other. You really better each other's life. And I just feel like maybe your path were not taking you at the same place. Transition. Oh, just like when I'm saying about the paths not taking you to the same place. Transition. Okay, so that was what was missing in this connection for it to work out any further. Okay, it makes sense with the Two of Wands at the very end, because it's like with the Chariot, it's like there is a very clear path and things are going pretty fast and like pretty determined, both of you. It works out. Let's say that each of you represent a different lion, and like, but they're pulling in the same direction, right? Because sometimes with the Chariot, it shows like the person struggling to bring both of the horses pulling in the same direction, but it seems like both of you are pulling in the same direction. And I just feel like there was so much to give to one another. There was a lot of caring, a lot of like, I just feel like you were very gentle with each other. There was a lot of, gentleness, and love. And they're so sweet here. Like, you two are so sweet. With the Two of Wands at the very end, I really felt like maybe your paths were going in different directions. And with transition, I just feel like what was missing here for it to work out was that maybe your lives, or one of you, your life changed, and it's like you both did not know how to hold tight through that, right? So what could have happened? I'm gonna give you an example, okay? Because everyone has a different situation, so you have to. I'm not gonna give a million examples. Imagine high school sweethearts, okay? They love each other. There's trust. There's this level of intimacy, of love. You are on the same page. But what happens when both of you go to university, or one of you go to university and the other person goes straight to work, okay? You two start changing, because also when you are done high school, people usually are 18, maybe you are 19. And then you are hitting a time of your life that things are changing for you. You're no longer a kid, but let's be real, you're not yet an adult, because you still live with your parents, you don't have real responsibilities, but you feel like you could have real responsibilities. And so life starts testing you, and you start changing, and your partner starts changing. And so the transition of this whole thing, when you two were sweetheart lovers, like high school sweethearts, to now you're not going to the same school, now you cannot see each other as often, now both of you are like experiencing a lot of changes. Maybe one of you, your parents divorce. Like, this whole transition, like, it's like kind of, you guys couldn't hold, like, that is what happened here. Like, both of you didn't deal well with this transition, with the changes. Let me see how this person feels about you at this point of life. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Tower, Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Cups. I'll say that this person still has like, well, he or she holds really good feelings about you, like good memories. I don't know if they are already in a relationship, they're married, or whatever their situation is, but I will just say that they do hold hope that maybe in a couple of years things could change. And I'm saying this because Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles really kind of plans for like 5 years from now. Seven of Pentacles, it's a very patient energy as well. And the Four of Pentacles is like, I'm gonna hold on to what I have. But I felt like with I just love this person, how he's just like staring and looking at this one pentacle. Is like making sure that it stays shiny no matter what. So I just feel like this person is not missing you. I'll be honest. This person is not like, I miss you so much, I'm in love with you. No. This person holds you in their heart as a great memory, as someone who they did love. Probably with the Six of Cups as well, could be that you met at a time where you both were younger. Maybe that's why I got this example of like high school sweethearts. Maybe you met each other when you were much younger than what you are now. And this could be a couple of years ago. And I just feel like this person thinks of you like that, with like, I care about him or her once. And maybe down the road, one day, we could meet again. We could be friends. There's no bad feelings whatsoever. But I'm going to say that this person is not necessarily like, well, with this Knight of Cups, sorry, I didn't say this Knight of Cups. I feel like there will be always feelings, but I just feel like, I don't feel like they're pining for you, if I'm honest. They're definitely not pining for you. They have their own life, and they feel like they get a sense of like, maybe it's because they like, even you picture them as this high priestess, like they have this sixth sense, like they have this third eye open. It's like, I even getting this sense of like, this person is certain that you two will meet again in a couple of years. Like he or she knows something you don't. And there could be love in the future, but I will be honest, they're not pining for you. They just see you as a great memory. And I just really get this feeling like they know something you don't know. Like if they will see you in the future. Let me give you a message from your angels. And this is not connected to this situation. This is really meant for you. And they're saying, appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Nine of Cups. Yeah, it seems like you are at a point in your life that you have everything that you wanted. With the Nine of Cups, maybe not everything that you get. No, yes, it is what you wanted. You may not feel like I'm fulfilled, because sometimes what we wanted is not what we needed. But with the Nine of Cups is you got everything you asked for. You got everything you initially wanted. So if, let's say you wanted a wife that was, I don't know, a specific way, that like, it's like you got what you asked for, what you thought was what you needed in life. And with the Nine of Cups, it tells you like, maybe it's not necessarily what you needed really, but it is everything you ever asked for. So you should be satisfied. You are in a good place where you generally have no reason to complain, emotionally speaking, right? Or your situation. And so appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Yeah, some of you may already be with someone. Some of you may just be in a really good place. So I feel like this is your angel's way of telling you like, it's okay of asking about other people, but you have it pretty good right now. So just focus on that, okay? Pile number 6, I hope that this reading was, meaningful to you. If you ever want a private reading, just head to tarotbyfernanda.com. And yeah, I'll send your questions over, your name, and that's it. You will get your reading in the next 72 hours. I'll see you in the next pick a card. Thank you for your beautiful presence. Bye.